sounds weird. Can you just hold a little tighter, like? See the different tone, like just.
Yeah, I generally hold it the same way like that. And if it's too bright, I can always.
Yeah, I'll be fine. So that they're not confused.
If not, I was
No, I'll be fine with that one.
That's good pec workout.
I forget breast cancer, you can fix it.
Alright. Live now.
Man.
So, we are live. If you wanna. Alright, so go ahead.
How you doing? We are Hands Like Houses from Canberra, Australia. We're hanging out today at the AP offices in Cleveland, Ohio. Pretty awesome to be here. We have an acoustic version of New Romantics, which we'll be jamming out in just a moment. Then we'll be hanging out and just answering questions for a little bit. So if you do have anything, have a bit of a think of it, jump it in the chat and we'll get caught up once we're all done with the song. And yeah, hang out. Thanks for joining us. This song is called New Romantics, and hope you dig it. This is pressure.
You go, $10.
1, 2, 3, go.
A hopeless romantic, self-medicated on reality, a misunderstanding. It's all that anyone can see in me, pulling up the floor to go deeper down, tearing out the soil to find the ground. I'm trying to find myself, coming back to the same words, to try to tell a different story. I'm farther from myself, coming back to the same words, in hope they come alive without me. A moment's reflection has given me the second chance to heal the loss of connection, matching up my words to how I feel, pulling up the floor to go deeper down, tearing at the soil to find the ground. I'm trying to find myself, coming back to the same words, to try to tell a different story. I'm farther from myself, coming back to the same words, in hope they come alive without me. I'm farther from myself, coming back to the same words, to try to tell a different story. I'm farther from myself, coming back to the same words, in hope they come alive without me. I'm trying to find myself, coming back to the same words. I'm farther from myself, coming back to the same words. So nailed it. You. Alright, Zach, we'll hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for hanging out. How are we doing this questions thing? We forgot to ask.
Questions. I'll go ahead and I'll throw out the questions to you. We're actually, the questions are not loading right now, but I have a few
that's all right.
questions for you. So
Okay. I have a question. Oh, yeah, go.
You have a question?
Sorry, you go. Sorry.
After this, he's going to ask himself a question.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. No. You guys are saying earlier that you would like to talk about your new album a little bit today.
Yeah.
So, what do you want to, at this stage, what can you tell us about your new album? album?
Sure. It's finished, which is awesome. It's been a hell of a process getting it all done, I suppose.
A year-long process. Probably
Well,
more.
it really has been. I mean, trying to, writing an album is a hard thing at the best of times, but with so much touring in the last 12 months, it's just been really intense to try and find the time to actually sit down and actually write music that we love and are confident in. So it's taken a little longer than we hoped, but it's finally finished. It's all recorded, mixed, mastered, and everything, and all done. So that's awesome. Most people tend to, understand enough to really appreciate, but the wheels are definitely turning. Where every day we're getting a little bit closer to having everything completely locked down. Just getting real close. We're just as anxious to get it out as I'm sure anyone is, because we're really proud of this record. We really do believe it's the best we've written. I know every band says that, but we do.
We've probably said it every time we've released an album as well.
But hey, that's right. You got to keep improving. You always got to outdo yourself, and we're really stoked on the response we've had to New Romantics and I Am. I guess the energy and edge that we've had in those songs has connected in the way we wanted it to. So we're really excited to see, how the rest of the album goes down. And personally, I think I know for me, my favourites haven't even come out yet. So
I think everyone's
that's-
favourites haven't come
yeah,
out yet. Yeah.
it might be a bit of a time factor in that. Just you're always most proud of the most recent stuff you've done, and once something's out, you kind of get a little bit not bored of it, but just it loses its sparkle. But yeah, no, we're getting real close to having it out. It'll be out very early next year, and we'll be back to tour once it starts warming up again, because it's we're Australian. We don't really deal well with cold and snow. So basically, yeah, we finished this tour. We're playing in Cleveland tonight, and then we carry on across to the West Coast, finish up in LA. Pomona. People in Pomona will tell you not LA in Pomona, and people in A will tell you no, it's not LA, because I can't walk 5 minutes down the road to see you. But no, it's we finish that, go home for a bit, and then play some festivals back home, and then come out when it starts warming up again. Sweet.
Very
Sorry.
nice. You said that you always say that like the most recent thing you've done is the best, but in this album right now, as
Which
you
album right
are putting the pieces together, tell us about the last piece you worked on in this process. Like, what did you do most
for
recently?
The album coming out.
Yeah.
You mean?
What was the last song that we finished?
Great vocals or something.
Yeah.
The last thing I would have done would have been great.
It would have been, the last thing would have been pretty much a microphone like this with all of us standing around trying to yell into it as much
And
as
then slowly kicking each other out
Yeah,
one by
then, like,
one,
until it was just Trenton.
just singing a lot of no, really. We sometimes makes of just trying to pack in as much as we could, and obviously just sit in the studio with James and just kind of listen to how it's coming together and saying, try this, try that. Can we tweak this, tweak that? Just all the things that's so much easier to do when you're in the room rather than having to do email, because that's always part of the process. Emailing changes back and forth over the next few weeks. So yeah.
Yeah.
How are the questions doing? Loading up yet?
They are trying to load. They are really trying. YouTube must be having a little bit of a glitch right now. So
That's all good.
sorry guys, I'm really trying.
That's cool.
But why don't you?
There are questions there, right? We can see that they're there.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's loading. It's got a little loady screen.
Gotta
But
love the spinning bar.
I
Well,
still have more questions.
okay.
Have more questions.
I've got a question for Coops that it's kind of cool.
Okay.
Specific to his instrument right now. Coops, this here is Coops's Telebird. I'll let him tell the story. It's a pretty cool one.
It's not too much of a story.
It's a great
few
story.
nights ago, a guy called Don came to a show. He came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm looking for Matt Cooper." I said, "That's me." And then we had a conversation. He was talking about we had a conversation a couple of years ago at Warped Tour, and yeah, basically he loved one of our CDs, a reimagined ones, and he listened to it on my guitar. And he's like, "Hey, I built you a guitar," and this was it. He gave it to me the other day. And it's awesome.
The final product.
Yeah. It's kind of cool that guitar is completely inspired by not just the record, but the way that Coops played on the record, the type of tones he had, the type of playing that he was doing with, a lot of finger picking and a lot of lead stuff.
And the guy was a legend.
Yeah.
So, and we got a beer afterwards because I didn't know how else to say thank you.
That's all they're doing.
He was a really good bloke. We all chatted to him for a bit. I kind of nerded out on guitar stuff a bit with him, which was good.
Yeah, so Don,
Yeah.
if you're watching this, thank you again.
Don, legend.
The Don.
Done.
Yeah, the Don is good.
Can you tell us a little bit about the song you just played?
Sure. Song's called Neuromantics. Where to start with it? We started kind of jamming that song out. We're actually, after the Silverstein tour we did in January, February, we went out on the way down to Florida to record the album. We actually spent, what was it, a week? 2 weeks? Like, it was a week in Caleb Shomo's studio. So Caleb from Beartooth, is a good friend of ours, and we just went and hung out at his house, got chewed on by his dog a little bit, but playfully, of course, mostly. No, that got awkward real quick, my bad. No, we went out and hung out there and just basically just sat down, just kind of writing ideas, bouncing things off him, and like he's such a great songwriter that, you know, getting that outside opinion on things as writers and kind of saying, oh well, you know, let's try a riff like that there rather than like that, and let's play around with those chords and just, you know, having a fresh perspective because, you know, we're the same 5 people, we always spend all our time together. And so just having someone come in from outside, which ended up being a big part of this process with this album in general. We had a range of people working on different songs with us, and you know, it's not to say that it's not us at all, it's just kind of getting that outside influence beyond the bands that we all listen to.
Cal's incredible as well.
Yeah, Cal's amazing, really
so
is.
awesome to work with.
So yeah, I mean, we started jamming that song out there, and as we were putting together lyrical ideas and stuff, this particular song for me came out of... I don't know, like, an album cycle isn't really a long period of time in terms of personal development. And so quite often, you know, when you try and write something to follow up a record you put out 2 years ago, 2 years is not a lot of time for you to change a heap as a person. It can be a long time, but for me, I found that I kept gravitating towards the same ideas, the same metaphors, the same concepts, but trying to find, you know, what are the common threads, even though the situation's changed and we've kind of told these stories before. It's trying to, I guess, trying not to rehash the same things and trying to, you know, I guess, find what is common and what is true across all of it, no matter the situation. So I guess that's like, you know, coming back to the same words to try and tell a different story. It is just, you know, keep things moving and tell something different.
The comments are working now.
All right.
So Elizabeth B is asking a lot of questions right now. They are all very good questions. I think this one's pretty interesting. How did you guys meet?
Just the usual sort of band thing.
Stages.
Yeah. Very typical band.
I guess for those of you that don't know what the typical band thing is, we just, like, some of the guys are in a band together. These guys have been playing music since they were like, what, 8? No,
Playing
sorry.
basketball.
Playing basketball since they were 8.
Some might call it music.
No one would call it music.
Yeah, but these guys have been friends for years. They started, started bands together back in the day, and then piece by piece, we all just kind of were playing in other bands around the area, or went to school together, or etc. And then, as you know, members change, which is always part of every band growing and figuring out what they are. And I guess that was the last piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, it was like we come from a small town, so it's your typical sort of local bands and people, everyone knows everyone no matter what, so it just came through like that.
Yeah, it was kind of a bit of a nicer time though, because because MySpace kind of brought everyone together. Now I feel like social media becomes like a point of competition for local bands, but for us, like, everyone was friends in the local scene, even though we're all in drastically different bands. You know, there wasn't this sense of competition and drama that often seems to go in local scenes these days. I don't know if it's the internet or just people being shit in general. But yeah, we're all lucky that we connected with the people we were around and tried out some stuff, and yeah.
And here we are.
Next question.
There are a lot of people actually asking about when you guys are going to come back to the UK.
We can't lock that down yet. We had to. We've shifted that to. We're supposed to be starting that straight after this, but for a range of really boring and complicated reasons to explain, we've had to move it back to early next year. It is going to be the best thing because we want to get the new music out, but at this point, until we get the album release date and some of our US plans kind of worked out to make sure everything kind of flows naturally, we can't confirm any dates yet, but we will be back in the UK spring. Once again, once it starts warming up, so we'll be refreshed, re-energized, and not hating ourselves because we have frostbite. So that's always...
We want to get back and be there as much as anyone else wants us there. So,
Yeah,
so please,
for sure.
please don't think it's anything personal or prioritising America over the UK or anything like that. It really is just a tough decision we had to make, for, I guess, the future of the band and for the sake of the tour as well, being the best it can be.
See, they love you, UK. They love
Yeah, we
you.
do. We do. We promise.
All right, Katie Lean, the potato, wants to
Nice.
know.
Great name.
I know. I mean, I didn't know potatoes could chat, but that's great.
around the
Where do you
table.
guys think you'll be in 10 years, and how much do you think your music will have changed?
Hopefully heaps. In 10
Yeah.
years.
I don't know. Like if
Impossible,
if
right?
we're still a band in 10 years, we've obviously done something right along the way. That's
Might be this album.
Might,
Who
we
knows?
might
Maybe.
sound like
But-
AC/DC in 10 years if we're still going.
yeah.
Hey?
I don't know. I think 10 years is a very long time, and we've only been together for 6 years now, and already we've seen just such a drastic change in who we are as a band, who we are individually, and how that all affects what we're doing. So I don't know. 10 years. I think probably most of us would be married with kids. Maybe.
Maybe.
Hopefully, for most of us. And then, if we are still doing music, then, maybe not as a band, but maybe, writing with other people or producing music or, I don't know.
It's hard to say.
It's really hard to say. 10 years
Yeah.
is a very long time.
Yeah,
I mean,
tough
so much can
question from a
happen.
Potato.
So much can happen in 1 year.
Asking
yeah.
the real
Stick
questions.
to hot chicken.
Yeah, stick to deep fry.
Are you guys Harry Potter fans?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Kind of not like rabid.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed
Potter
it.
Are
Maybe
you
a fan.
familiar? Do you know what your Hogwarts houses are? They want to know.
I'd be more interested if
I wouldn't
people
be
wanted to
Slytherin.
give us Hogwarts houses,
Oh yeah, you
as
guys.
opposed to
Tell
us
them.
knowing, like who would be
Well,
Slytherin.
who's
and
a
who wouldn't be.
Slytherin?
Yeah,
I'll be
basically
the
that's-
Slytherin. I'll be the
There's no
Slytherin.
way you're this little.
Nah, yeah,
Nah.
Joel, you can't be.
Why not?
Because all the athletes are in a different house.
I don't know.
I reckon I'd be Ravenclaw, but
Or
I don't
Slytherin, maybe.
I don't have that evil streak though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yes, that's true.
I know I'm the singer of a band, but I'm actually really not that ambitious. I'm the back. Like, did any Ravenclaws actually do anything significant in the entire series?
I don't know.
I
don't know, they just- I don't know. So obviously I'm a little bit more of a fan than everyone else,
I
but
have the same birthday as him. That's all I know.
That's mad.
Okay.
That's my thing.
yeah,
Harry Potter was
Voldemort
got
was
to
actually
go to.
coming for you, but he got lost on the way and went to England.
I'm gonna let you guys know what they think as
Alright.
soon as they start moving in these answers. Alex wants to know what your main musical influences are.
Well, you know this already, Alex, but no. Okay. It really depends which member of the band you ask. I mean, I don't know, maybe just like one each from everyone.
Well, how about who did you listen to last on your phone? Well,
The last
our record.
album. Yeah, aside from our record, new record heaps. I think the last album I actually listened to was the new Bring Me the Horizon album.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
we've been listening to that a lot. Actually.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a good
I'm
record.
trying to think what I actually listened to as a full
That
record.
paper Kites
I
album.
only got the Paper Kites album on
Yeah.
my phone, so I don't want to can listen to it. And it's good.
I think my last listen was actually Are the Mighty, new Are the Mighty record. It's
Yeah.
a very good album. If you don't have it, you should go pick it up.
I think I was listening to As Cities Burn the other night. Great band.
There you go.
If anyone watching this works at Hot Topic, please keep an eye out for the Come Now Sleep vinyl for me and just make sure it doesn't disappear because I missed out on the online pressing and it breaks my heart.
I have a lot of people who. I just see comments saying
Just
Slytherin.
because we said
Why?
Slytherin heaps, we just said Slytherin.
Is that
Slytherin,
anyone
Slytherin. Plus this side's green.
I always get confused between a Pokemon and it's like
Jigglypuff?
Something, I don't know.
Hufflepuff.
Are we? Wait, did we just transition to Pokemon?
No, Coops was saying he
to
can't tell the
Jigglypuff.
difference between Jigglypuff and Hufflepuff. He can't remember which one's a Pokemon and which one's a Harry Potter house.
Do you guys know which Pokemon you would be?
Original
Charizard.
150 because we don't know anything else.
Yeah.
Charizard for sure.
Charizard? Big old Charizard.
Yeah, Joel's Ash.
I'll be a catcher.
Yeah.
He'll be catching.
I'll be the catcher boy.
I never watched Pokemon, so I don't know anything about Pokemon.
Geodude.
We'll see. The answer were those fans.
Yeah. Or Attack on Titan or something. Some cool anime.
Does Pokemon really count as anime though?
I don't know.
Pokemon's a
Probably.
cartoon.
I don't know.
What's the next question?
Michaela wanted to know. Oh no, I lost her question, but I
Sorry,
believe
Michaela.
they're going so fast. They want to know what your Lily, specifically Lily wants to know what your favorite city of the tour is so far.
That's always, like, we get asked that a lot, but it's really difficult to kind of answer it.
New York was really awesome.
Okay, never mind, it's not
Yeah,
that difficult.
Not that difficult. I reckon New York was sick.
Orlando was really fun though. Atlanta was sick. Western Massachusetts was sick.
The northeast, as soon as we got into kind of like the northeast area, I swear we tweeted about the other day, the crowds just got really, really loud. Like it was like a really kind of boisterous, like nice atmosphere. So
Yeah.
any of the shows up around there have been pretty good so far. But it's hard, like you don't want to hurt people's feelings. Like imagine this poor little Texan girl being like, what the hell guys? It's like, sorry.
I found Michaela's question.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry, Michaela. She wanted to know if you guys could tour with any band, who would you like to tour with?
Linkin Park.
Linkin Park would be pretty sick.
No.
Yeah, that'd be up there.
I got Thrice.
Yeah, I'd back that too. That's my second choice.
There you go.
All
That was
right.
easy.
So we are winding down to the end. Do you
Cool.
guys have
Okay.
anything else you want to tell them before we leave?
I'd probably just say thank you for being patient. We know, it's easy to get. Sorry. That's alright. Sorry. Yeah, like obviously it's it's easy to get impatient for something that you're looking forward to, and as are we want to get it out there. But thank you. We have such rad fans in being understanding and patient with getting it out. It's ready. It's done, and we'll
Come
be
to the
out
show.
very, very early next year. But yeah, we're playing new songs on the record. From the record on the tour at the moment, so if you can get out to a show, we haven't been to your city yet, then please come out, check it
Yeah,
out.
it's still like 2 weeks of the.
Yeah, we've still got 2 weeks
Yeah,
left,
yeah.
so we're heading across the north and then back down to down the west coast. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Please hang out, check it out, and keep an eye out because we will be making noise about new noise very, very soon.
Yep.
Very soon. Almost there. Almost there. Oh yeah, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. Say goodbye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. I don't know which camera we're looking at. It's microphones more than cameras.
Yeah, good point.